Hello, everybody. Welcome. Right now, I have Amy Jo Johnson with me. We got it, we promise.
Jason's seat. Where is that guy? Where's that guy? How are you guys?
Good.
Bright lights.
Welcome.
Here we are.
Denver. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Is this your first time in Denver?
Yeah. I've flown out of Denver before. I have a good friend who is from Colorado.
You know, everyone's always shocked how far the airport is actually from outside of Denver.
Yeah, it did take a little bit of time. It's fine.
So, Amy, take us through a journey. Take us to the beginning, where you were about to audition for Power Rangers and how that came about.
Right. That was a long time ago. That was what, like, my lord, how long ago was that? Was that 25 years ago?
Yeah.
No. Was it? I think it might have been. Anyway, it was my first job that I ever got as an actress. And I was a gymnast growing up, so I think that really helped me get the part. It was a bunch of auditions. What? I don't know how to wait around.
No, I'm just listening intently. So was it a traditional audition where you would read lines, or would they look for people who, like you said, had a gymnast background?
A little bit of both. It was like my first audition I ever had as well, so I didn't know what even a traditional audition would be. But they had us read lines, they had us do whatever sort of tricks we could do if someone was a martial artist or someone was a gymnast. I think I was one of the only gymnasts besides David Yost that auditioned for the part. So that came in quite handy.
And did the phenomenon of Power Rangers start right away, or was there a slow build to where it is now, 25 years later?
You know, I have no idea. I remember it, like, so the first season that we shot, before it even was on the air, we, shot this show that I had a few friends telling me, well, get off that, as fast as possible because that's gonna go nowhere. And then all of a sudden in September, we did some Universal Amphitheater show, and we'd come pulling up, and it had aired like the week before, and the theater held, I think, 4,000 people, and they had to make 3 shows that day because there were so many kids. Oh! Did you get lost?
Hello?
Did you get lost down there?
Yeah, a bit of a drive on the golf cart. I can't teleport. I can't teleport. I think I took your golf cart. It said Amy Jo Johnson. I said, yeah, that's me. Thanks for having me, guys. Denver, lots of water and oxygen. All right.
Right?
Welcome.
Do you feel the altitude?
I have, well, yeah, but I mean, they sell these. Last time I was here, I get altitude sickness all the time in here, and then they have this cool thing now.
What's that?
Oxygen. No, because this is green. It's almost out. It's helium. Helium. It's not oxygen. No, it's really not that much.
I don't want.
Okay, now you make me feel bad. I'll get you your own. I'm gonna get pink oxygen.
We were talking to Amy about her journey to becoming a Power Ranger. Did you want to share yours as well, the audition and getting on the show?
Yeah, that was just audition. They were replacing, I think, the Yellow Ranger at that time. So I auditioned with her, Twee, and got the role. That was pretty much the journey. At that time, no one knew what Power Rangers was all about. So when I went there and I saw the script, I didn't know any name in there. Read Zordon, didn't know what was going on. And then the next was history. And I got her as my girlfriend. And then she broke up. Then she wrote a letter. But she never came back. And then she came back and turned her with Austin. Anyway, it's a long story.
You know what? I like block things out or something. I don't
You do, you
remember.
block me out.
Did I?
You don't even remember me.
So I was with Austin, or not Austin, but I was with his character Jason in Turbo.
Kind of, you guys were kind of evil.
Were we like flirting or something?
Not really, kind of.
That's okay, 'cause
I think Tommy was just
you
more
and
jealous.
Kat.
Yeah, but Kat came after me. I mean, what am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? I'm supposed to just...
They always say the first cut is the deepest.
We're not.
So that was my journey.
I'm sorry?
That was my journey.
Amy had a gymnastics background. Did you have a martial arts background to help you land the role?
Yeah, I was martial arts since I was 4. I just got promoted to 8th degree black belt, which is pretty cool. Thank you.
Just now?
Oh, no, December.
Really? So how high does it go?
To 10.
Remember Austin was like 10 in the first season? I'm kidding.
Yeah, it goes up and back down.
Awesome. I think we have mics in the audience if audience members have questions. And I will turn it over to Orange Statue of Liberty guy to find a person with a question.
Nobody?
Thank you. Okay. Thank you both for being here and coming to Denver to share your experiences. My question is for Amy. Growing up, I saw the Disney Channel original movie, Susie Q, and I loved it. Thank you. It's classic. I was curious if you just had any experiences, stories, whatever, from that experience making that movie.
From Susie Q. Well, I had actually asked to leave Power Rangers after doing 2 seasons. I was in like 152 episodes. They worked us, man. And I was just kind of, it's not live or anything, is it? Oh, I'm shy. I had asked to leave because I was ready to sort of move on and take some acting classes, do some plays, and try to do something else with my career at the time. And Shuki Levy was the producer of the show, and he said, yes, you can go, but we should do this movie, Susie Q, that his wife at the time was writing, and do, I don't know, like 10 more episodes, and then also do the other movie. And I was like, well, that's like a great parting gift. Like, it was like a really nice exit from the show. I thought they were really generous. And he gave me this really nice Gibson guitar. Anyway, so for Susie Q, it was a blast. We shot in Vancouver, and I had so much fun, and it was the first lead of a movie, and it was great. I really enjoyed that time there.
You still have the guitar?
I do.
Yeah.
It's my baby. I love that guitar.
Well, we have a guitar backstage I brought. I'd really like to hear you. I would so laugh if I had one. No, I didn't bring a guitar or a board. I should have. Next time I'm going to. She'll be like, oh, so I'll be like, here it is. Gibson guitar, baby, and a board.
Yes.
My question's for Jason. What brings you back to the franchise after all these seasons?
Are you back? No. Yeah. No, what are you guys talking about? We did the movie.
Boom Comics.
Oh, Boom Comics, yeah, Lord Draken, and the Shattered Grid, I get you. The comic books, well, I love, did anybody read the Boom Comics?
Yeah!
I think the Boom comic books are super cool. And there's a character named Lord Draken, which is kind of a half evil, green, half white, evil character. And we shot the promo with me and Kyle Higgins, the writer and director of it. And it's funny, we asked Amy, that was the line that you did. We had to redo this line. And I was like, yeah, because I know the only problem with redoing the line is I don't sound like Tommy when I was like 19. Because he's, oh, hey, you know, so I was like, oh my God. So I had to redo the line where I was like, that one part where what was it? What's important to me now is my friendship with all of you. I don't ever want that to change. And I was like, oh my God, does it sound like it? Well, she did the line as well. So that line was filmed here and made it look like it was 1993. I thought that was the coolest thing. But yeah, we did that. The Shattered Grid, I think, was reached about 15 million already. Like, yeah, so it was pretty cool. But you know, and I can still fit in spandex, so I figured, hey, what the heck? There's gonna be one day where I can't fit in spandex anymore, and then I'll just give it up.
And that's it. So that will be the.
I guess. Yeah, the answer, I guess. A little ADD.
How many of your own stunts did you actually do on the show?
Jason did a lot of his own stunts. In the first season, I did a lot of mine or all of mine, right? Because half the footage was Japanese, and then the rest of it they would just shoot with us. And then I didn't like the helmet because it only had like 3 holes in it, and I couldn't breathe. I didn't like that, so I complained, and I got a stunt double.
Man, I tell you, the helmets, you guys put the helmets on? Anybody? The helmets. So funny, last night I did this video of the Pink Ranger helmet on my Instagram. I was trying to have Tammy wear it, Janet wear it. It was just something silly, but nobody wanted to wear the helmets. Like, I'm claustrophobic, get the helmet off, get the helmet. I'm like, relax, I don't know how y'all do it. It's like, it was on for like 5 seconds, just relax, let me get the shot. Nope, so I just put the helmet in the bid by itself and made a body and hello, you know, just did a stupid thing like that. But the helmets are no joke. And the worst part of it, well, they're not custom fit for us anyway. We got them from Japan. So the Japan suits, that when we, spandex maybe, but the helmets, forget it. Like those helmets, you had to squeeze your head in them if you had to put them on, right? They weren't custom made for us at that time.
Not fun.
Yeah, at
But
that.
you didn't mind. You would wear that thing and you would jump around.
Yeah.
You did most of your own stunts.
Yeah, it was fun. I still wear it. I did. I wore the Green Ranger helmet in the shower called #Green Ranger jokes. #Green Ranger helmet jokes. That's true for a lot. I swear you can look at it on Instagram. I'm not even lying. I'm silly.
Goof.
That's not mine. Google it. Then look it up. #Green Ranger helmet jokes. I did. I took a shower and I got so many hits. I didn't pan down or anything. I just kept it up, you know. Like I didn't like pan down. I would have got way more hits if I did. I was like, I didn't want that many hits, you know. I was just trying to be modest, you know, a couple mils. Plus the shower, I don't know, like the shower's cold, you know.
Just give them a little taste.
Oh, over here?
Would you want to do a Shattered Grid movie or even a show?
The mic? Okay, well, it's giving me signs over here.
Sorry.
The Shattered Grid, yeah, the Shattered Grid would be really cool. I like Lord Draken. I just like the name, Lord Draken. Because he kills Rita, you know, like he goes to Rita's side. This is when Tommy decided, am I gonna go good or I'm gonna go bad this time around? It's like, join us, you know? I was like, yeah, I'll always be one of you. And then this is where he decided to go bad. So I decided to join Rita, and then I ended up killing her, and that's when Lord Draken had the name Lord Draken. It's just different than Tommy, you know?
And I'm so confused. You guys have to explain something to me. What are you talking about?
The-
Is this filmed or is this
No, it's a comic book
Okay.
based off the Shattered Grid. Yeah.
Oh, and then
Well, you know,
now
because
these
Tommy
comic
dies in
books,
this.
these Boom comic books, are they from Saban?
Yeah, they're licensed.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is the official comic.
Yeah.
I know nothing.
Well, you
Okay.
know,
I own them all.
Tommy
They sent them
died.
to me, so I have all of them, but I just didn't know
You're
what
supposed to
was
read them,
happening.
you know? And the cool thing about comics, you can just look at it and be like, oh, Tommy died. I should have sent them a letter because I did die in issue 25 and you don't even know I died. You're like, oh, he died.
I saw something.
Did
like
you?
that. So you just died, and I was sad.
Yeah. Well, kind of. You
Or
were
did
like,
I kill you?
You did a party after. No, but they did do a character. Anyway, it's just a complex, long story, but I gotta tell you, the books are like how we used to do in the season, but they're high tech now, so we have cell phones, and you know, it's kind of like it's not how it used to be. Yeah, it's pretty cool. The stories are really good. Kyle did a great job on the outline.
I like that guy.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
And there was a character, I think she was one of the evil pinks or something like that they put on Instagram. We need to talk before we do a Q&A so we can keep you guys informed. Because obviously we're just all lost here, including me. I don't even know what pink right. Anyway. This is usually how our Q&As go, right? Anyway, at least when I'm on.
Hi, my name is Byron. Thank you both for being here. Question for Amy Jo Johnson. Do you have any plans on going to Morphicon? And if not, what can we do as a fandom to get you there?
Yeah. You know, this year, when is it anyway? August?
August.
Yeah, I'm in Boston, doing the Boston one in August. Maybe next year. No, I'm not going this year. But yeah, I'm doing, so I'm going to one in August, and then other than that, I have a feature film that I'm going to be shooting in the fall. So I started writing and directing. Year, and you can actually watch it on iTunes and Google Play and other. If you go to the Space Between featurefilm.com, you can see it. But I wrote it, I directed it, and I am in it. It's an ensemble cast though, but it's a heartfelt comedy, and I would love for you guys to check it out because this is my new venture in life, from directing or from acting into writing and directing. And so I'm gearing up to shoot another one in the fall, and it's called Tammy's Always Dying. So I'm focusing on that most of the time right now.
Thank you. In Power Morphicon's only ever two I've only been in Power Morphicon years and years ago. So this is my take on Power Morphicon. I'm going there in August because I've never been there really.
Are you going?
Yeah, just a one day because because I have promotions for the brand and stuff. But I had no clue that you could even make a show out of just the Power Ranger convention type of thing. So it was like one of those things where it grew and bigger and bigger and bigger, and then that's where all the diehard fans go. I went there, I think, 7, 8 years ago or something like that. So I think we understand more now in the Comic-Con world and what Power Morphicon's all about. You know what I mean?
What is it about? I can't
It's basically just a Comic-Con for all Power Rangers. All Power Rangers like props and Mark Richardson and everybody's there that's talking about how they made the show. Anybody involved, people you would probably not. But there will be so many people.
Does time go?
No. No. But there'll be so many people we probably won't know because of all the seasons that we're involved in and the wardrobe people. So there's probably hundreds that we don't know.
Yeah.
But you just be like, yeah, it's good to see you.
Did you say the wardrobe people and everybody go?
Everybody.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is kind of cool.
I know that both of you made a cameo in the recent Power Rangers movie.
It's a little faster than that. It's like,
I was trying to milk it. I should have just been like.
that's the face you make. That's it.
Cut. Scene.
And it was really fun to go and shoot that, and I had seen Jason in years and years and years. And it was fun to be on the set. They shot it in Vancouver. That was fun.
I went there twice. First time I had long hair, I tried to grow my hair out, and then they cut that scene because it was kind of weird, and then they put the other scene in. So, but yeah, it was fun, I guess, to be an extra in there.
Basically.
Yeah. I told the extras, come on man, you all can talk, and they're like trained not to talk, and I probably would have got everyone fired because I had no power on them. But everybody that worked on the film were the age group, and so everybody's like, oh my gosh, like Amy and Jason the Pink and the Green Ranger, it was so cool to have, like, no matter what we did, it was like the grips and the people and big fans, even Ludi and everyone else grew up watching the Power Rangers, so they were pretty, yeah, they were good. We had a good time, it was fun.
Yeah. I forget what I was going to say though.
I was wondering if either of you guys had any idea if they were going to do a sequel movie at all.
I don't know if the film did as well as they expected it to do. I don't know. I'm looking at IMDb and I'm not sure. It cost a little bit more to make it than they made. If IMDb is correct. So I'm curious why would they make another one? But I don't know, maybe.
Well, Hasbro bought the brand.
Maybe a little cheaper. That's what happened the first time around. So we did this like $35 million movie, and it kind of didn't do very well. And so then the next time around, I think they made it was like $500,000.
That wasn't that much.
I think so. I think so.
It was dramatically changed, but Hasbro's bought the brand now, and Hasbro did make the official announcement that they have interest in doing another movie. That's the least I can say for the internet.
They're interested?
Yeah, they've announced that they are going to do another one. Hasbro. I wish, I don't know. But what's funny is I was looking at the movies based when we did the movie to the money comparison to what the movie was back then. So in 95, I think we brought in like 88, 89, or 90 million or something like that. And this movie brought in about 130, 140 million. But the movie spent about 15 million on production and then other advertising stuff. And then Rotten Tomatoes gave us a 42%. And then Rotten Tomatoes gave the Power Rangers, I don't know why I know this stuff, 44%. I just kind of studied numbers, so I was like, well, it's kind of the same. The money back in the days and what it made now, so it's just more expensive to make movies now. Like I was saying.
It doesn't have to.
Well, I mean, I did Bloodshot for Ninjak vs. the Valiant Universe. That's on comicbook.com. And with Aaron with Bat and Son, we did a really good TV series that they kind of merged together as one. And now Vin Diesel's playing the Sony in the new feature film that...
He's Bloodshot?
He's Bloodshot. But he takes, 50 million to himself to get paid. I don't know what he's exactly getting paid, but the movie's
Isn't that
probably
crazy?
over
Now, does that
100 million.
flatter you at all, or is that more of just like a, damn it, that's my role?
Yeah, I mean, nobody knew what Bloodshot was, and I'm sure the world will soon to know, but it's a very big risk as a filmmaker to take Valiant. Who knows Valiant comic books? Raise their hand. Okay, put your hands down. Who collects Valiant comic books? Okay, it's hard to put $100 million into a brand. They did for Power Rangers, right? And we've been around for 25 years, and that was not what they expected it to be. So it's a risk for a company like that. They should build it up on the TV show.
Well, that's
build
why
it
they
up.
need a Vin Diesel or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But then it kind of looks
Does
like
it?
Ruddick, the other movie, yeah. So. But I'm hoping to do some stuff with them in the film, so we'll see what happens. It'll probably be another cameo. I'll probably be like taking a picture of Bloodshot like this.
Can I be in it too next year?
Well, I don't might as well, then I can try to milk it like. And scene. I get all the extras, tell the extras talk, and they all talk and get fired. But, I guess flattering, I don't know. He doesn't really have hair, I don't know, like Bloodshot, has hair and stuff.
Nice head of hair. Is that real?
Bald shot. Yeah, no, it's real, of course it is.
That would be so rude if it
You know what? I should have way more gray hair right now, and people think I dye my hair, and I'm starting to
Oh,
get
I can
embarrassed.
see it in your beard. I think it looks fantastic.
Thank you, appreciate that.
You're very distinguished.
Appreciate it.
I like a guy who lets his hair go gray. It's nice.
So,
my question, Jason, is Jesus didn't tab the website ever gonna come back online?
yeah, we're getting back gearing up. That's the company that I had. We just got so many things going on. We're just revamping the whole brand and bringing that back up. But yeah, I got a lot of little things going on, and sometimes I look at my schedule, I'm like, oh my gosh.
That's because you have ADHD.
Yeah, I think so. But because like when you're like, oh, a butterfly, look, a butterfly, it drives me crazy because she draws butterflies on all of her autographs. So every time it comes, right, is that a butterfly?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes. I was thinking today, I was like, when is she gonna stop doing butterflies? Because it takes such a long time to do butterfly. Maybe I should do dragonfly or something. Like, dragonfly, butterfly. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that.
No idea.
It got quiet all of a sudden. Everyone's like,
Alright, see you guys.
All right.
You're so loud. Thank you.
Sorry.
shut up! We need Paul Schreier to do that because Paul would be like, shut up! He's more loud anyway.
Anybody else? Any other
Yeah,
questions?
so that's actually kind of ties in well to his Jesus didn't have question. Some people might not know, Jason, that you have stepped into the MMA arena. And I was just sort of wondering, if you could talk about the difference between trying to look cool as a martial artist on the screen versus actually stepping into an arena to fight an opponent.
Yeah, kind of about going into training and stepping into the ring and not trying to look cool, stuff like that, like actually doing it. I'm finished with the CM Punk deal to let you know, because he can't fight at all, so I'm done with him. Just letting you know. He fought a friend of mine, which I love Mike. It's the standard question that I get asked with Amy's like, who's this CM Punk guy? He didn't really belong in the octagon. I don't care what any haters say. I'm not even, never even challenge the guy because he's just not at that level. But I just train, man. I love training. I'll probably be going back to do some fighting in December with one of the old opponents that I fought eight years ago, probably like a little redemption fight. But other than that, I do it because I love it. And, you know, I think everyone should work from the bottom up. And that's what's important. I think that's what, even with Amy, she's doing all of her films. She's a really good filmmaker too, director and a script writer. And I think she's really talented in that stuff. Not just because I'm trying to get a role in her new movie, Tammy's Dying, but I'm just saying, you know, like if you need someone to be like, oh, I'm the guy. You know what I mean? I think it'd be funny. It's so like, oh my god. Anyway, but yeah, I continue to train and do things that I love to do, but you need to work your way at your bottom. I mean, Punk got paid over $500,000 or almost $1 million for that fight, and he really dug himself a hole because he'll never fight again in the MMA. And at this point, I was trying to entertain the fans. I have no hatred for CM Punk, and I think everyone says, yeah, but you got to give it to the guy. No, you don't. That's a professional training league. UFC is what people inspire to do. That's like me going to do a movie, and she says I have Robert De Niro and Pacino and all these other people, and she tells me these words. You're too experienced to be in this film. That's what I heard from the UFC to fight Punk. That's just so lame. But anyway, as far as training, I love to train, and I just love teaching people. And, you know, so, yeah, that's it. That's all she wrote. It's a lot. Yeah, that's it. I took 10 minutes there. But but yeah, I just want to let fans know that I'm over the whole CM. I always will be. It's just.
Screw him.
He's not worthy. She's gonna say, screw him. And we're gonna start a whole nother social media thing.
He draws X's on his hand.
Oh.
That's what I know about him.
He's not the best in the world. Mike Jackson's a really
Okay,
good
let's
friend.
move on.
Okay. Yes. Do you have a question? Oh, over here?
Jason, I wanted to know, out of all the generations of Power Rangers you suited up as, which one is your, by far, favorite?
Were you ever the pink?
Huh?
Were you ever the Pink Ranger?
On the weekends, sometimes. Just don't want to talk about right now. It's my darker days. Probably the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, you know, before I got dumped. Before the letter came. Anyway. White or green? People always think who would win, the Green Ranger or the White Ranger, and I would say me, because I'm both. So that was an easy thing. I'll bet my money on me. So both of them were great. You know, coming back as a White Ranger was cool, good ratings.
So the Green Ranger was your short hair, and the White Ranger was your long hair. I think I like the green.
You didn't
I
think
didn't
about
like
that?
your long hair.
She didn't
I
think
liked
about
it better with short hair.
She didn't think about that when she wrote the letter, did you? And then she wrote the letter and was like, oh, wait, he has a gold morpher and a 24 karat gold dragon dagger? Oh, never mind, I love him. And then that song came, I ain't nothing but a gold digger. Just trying to entertain everybody. It's like, ooh, the eggs are coming. Okay.
Hello, my name is Lucas and I love Power Rangers. And my question is, if you could pick any other Power Ranger color, what would it be?
Well, I think I would want to be purple.
I would be orange, like
And
the
a
annoying.
dragonfly. Was there ever a dragonfly?
I don't think it was a dragonfly. That's what I was going to draw.
Oh, you were a dragon.
I was going to draw a dragonfly on my 8x10s, and then you just ruined it. I'm never going to draw one. I would be orange, the annoying ranger. That'd be so awesome. I just love to annoy. I annoy everybody anyway.
You do not.
I don't? Thank you. That's what you said a long time ago, and I appreciate that. Who used to get makeup wardrobe first? I did. Who was always late? I admitted I was late.
I'm the earliest bird in the world. Was I not?
No, she was very good. No, you
I'm like, I
you
am
were.
so
But
early to everything now, but maybe back then.
no, she wasn't late. I just had to get a makeup early because my hair was so curly and they had a flat iron. It was ridiculous. Like, I would read the call sheet and be like, oh, my call time's before girl. And so that's why Turbo, my hair just went nappy. Because I didn't care. I was like, I don't want to go in the, it was just like, And then that little ET dude, it's like, what kind of movie are we doing, buddy? Get away from me. That little, what's his name? And the turbo movie, what is it? Larago. That was your $500,000 movie.
I swear the budget was like that. Maybe a little more.
We did have, me and Catherine we had a car on top because the wardrobe truck wasn't there, so we had to like change in cars. It was pretty, but it was alright, that was fun.
And I remember, do you remember we had to swim in that pool and they had all the lights on the side of the pool and then, thank God we weren't in the pool, one of the lights fell in the pool and they were not, like, yes.
Yes!
It was kind of shooting like that. Where I was hanging over the fire, some volcano.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
You'll be fine. And I'm up there going, there's a fire coming. I was like, it's not cool, guys.
Yeah, we did do a lot of crazy stuff. That was Sabano. Hey, it was the one-on-one learn to do all your own stuff at that time.
Yeah.
Hardcore. It's for the hardcore, man. It's for the hardcore.
Crazy.
Can you guys please say it's morphin' time?
It's morphin' time.
It's morphin' time. Sternado Palaski here. It's morphin' time.
Well, that's all, folks.
Oh, no, he's coming up here.
So real quick, I just want to say thank you both for doing Power Rangers. No joke, as a kid, watching that got me interested in martial arts, and I still train today when I can. So thank you. The question is straightforward. Do you have a favorite memory doing Mighty Morphin?
I think my favorite memories or whatever, not a memory, but...
When you wrote the letter?
I don't even remember. No, I think looking back, I think it was the friendships that I walked away with that are the best memories or times of that time. It's like, you're a good friend. David Yost is one of your best friends.
Yeah, David's
one of my best friends.
We were like rolling in like cliques. It was like me, Blue and Pink, and other people. We would just kind of roll around like that.
No,
it is true though. When that transition started happening. Just kind of like the transition started happening with other people leaving, and it was just kind of like new people were coming, and it was just kind of like, oh my gosh, we would always see new people and wonder like who's that or who's not, who's complaining, or it was kind of like that. We're all young and stuff, but we'd roll. 3, that's why I'm representing Blue. Represent Dave. Memories?
I need to see David next week.
Thank you. Dave Yost, you had one person clap. No, I'm kidding, that was a joke. No, hey, did you see that video I posted on Instagram? You probably didn't, but like we're doing behind the scenes and he's talking to Twee, and Twee's like, oh, my leg, because we used to have to carry her. You know, like some people would carry her a set because she always banged her knee up. All the time.
Yeah.
And so there's that video where like she's talking and Jeff Pruitt's filming, and then I see the camera roll, and of course I always try to find my way to the lens. You see a shadow, and then I'm like, hey, it's green. And Dave's like, it was so funny. I posted it, his face is just
I want to see this.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. His face is just like, the whole time. It's
We
so
didn't have
funny.
phones that like took videos back then, so seeing any behind-the-scene video would be really
Jeff has.
hilarious. Oh my god, I want to see this stuff.
I wish
Does
we
he
had
go to the
phones.
Morphicon?
Yeah, a lot of people. I wish we had like
We should
phones.
do like a home movie night and just play like behind-the-scenes videos.
We had a lot of stuff that probably got lost. But imagine if we wouldn't even have to go to Command Center. We'd be lazy, just FaceTime or just like, what, Zordon? You know what I mean? Like, who really would go to like, Rangers? Like, what? You could call, cell phone, you can text me, you know? I mean, you don't have to, that's what, life would be so much easier. You know, you just teleport away from home, just, okay, good night, Mom. What were you doing? Nothing. I'm just saying, if we lived in Angel Grove, we'd be right next to Gotham, because so much stuff happens in Angel Grove and Gotham. Where is Angel? Anyway. All right, any other questions that you have? Oh.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, how are you?
Good. I was wondering how the the atmosphere on set was as the show later in the seasons got bigger and bigger and bigger. Like, did it get more stressful? Was it?
I don't know, you'd have to ask Jason, because I left quite early on.
I'm always a happy camper. I don't like causing problems.
He was a big troublemaker, that guy.
Did you hear this guy said something about you? Oh, you're translating? Now that makes me stressed. I have to talk slow. I would hate to translate me. So things were good. I enjoyed it. I'm sorry, I did not see you. Every time I see you, I always talk, oh, imagine translating me. It was fun. We had a good time.
Did it get stressful after I left?
I didn't really focus on that because I had a new Pink Ranger to focus on. So I was like, yeah, but then, you know.
She was nice, though.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
I like
I do too. I'm talking about Angel Grove. I'm talking about how Tommy feels. I'm not talking about Jason Dave Frank. Oh, I'm speeding up again. I love Catherine. She's awesome. But I'm thinking, if Tommy's character, you know what I mean? Like Tommy probably thought of you at times.
Well, according to that boom,
Cat, Kimberly. You call me Kimberly? No, Cat. That's it.
32 seconds.
She's like, this is the longest 32 seconds of my life.
Do you want to say something? Oh, I don't know. No? I don't want to interrupt you, I'm sorry.
I was feeling this space.
Yeah, me too. I was going to say, oh, do we have one great question left that can be answered in 10 seconds?
I was wondering how you guys felt about the way they handled the kids with attitude from the new movie as opposed to the way they handled it with you guys.
What does that mean?
Well, like in the first episode of the Mighty Morphin series, they said Zordon said he wanted kids with attitude, and they got these confident, popular kids who were like at the top of their game. And in the new one, kids with attitude was a bunch of kids in Saturday detention. And like, it took a difference.
I liked it though. I thought they all kind of came from somewhere where they needed, like misfits in a way, and they needed to find each other. So I really enjoyed the new movie a lot. I thought it was
Tommy
great.
must be real bad because he ain't in it. He must be in jail. She's been locked up for a few years.
No, I liked the way they did the new movie.
She just has one question. I know this is going to be a nice, awesome, sweet question. No.
Amy, would you ever go back to gymnastics?
Oh my.
Flip! No, I hate when people do that. Flip!
I do a lot of yoga now. That's like my thing, and I
Yoga
love
stance,
it.
do the
So
tree.
no, I don't. But I did.
Dirty dog.
I hit the dirty dog. I don't think there is a dirty dog. But I like to do. We do handstands in class, and that's always really fun. We can stand upside down. And then Frankie has a trampoline, and I like to do a backflip every now and then.
Try to do that.
So that's about the extent of my gymnastics now. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for coming, guys.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
When you're old and you start using this as a microphone, it's not your microphone, it's a battery pack. All right, guys, thanks. You guys are awesome. We'll be at our tables, and then tomorrow, we'll see you tomorrow. You know, when you read the newspaper and you want to when you want to I was reading the newspaper and I was doing this to see that was so bad,